Hey guys, this is DarkStar, as most of you know by now, with another practice session. So today I'm practicing a 4-deck game that I haven't played in a long time. This is one of my favorite games at one of my favorite casinos, but I haven't played it in a long time. And one thing that is interesting about this is they have the surrender rule. Most places don't allow you to surrender, but this place actually does allow you to surrender. So just to review for those of you that are new, surrender means, and they always have what's called late surrender, which means you can only surrender your first 2 cards if the dealer does not have blackjack. So in other words, after the dealer checks for blackjack. So if the dealer has an ace, or like now, if I wanted to surrender that 13, I'd have to wait till after the dealer checks to see if there's a blackjack underneath that ace, a 10 underneath the ace for blackjack. Or same thing if there's a 10 up right now, like if I wanted to surrender that 12, which I wouldn't, I would have had to wait till after the dealer checks for an ace. So I'm going to tell you right now, I'm probably, even though I'm talking about it right now, I can see already, I know I'm going to end up forgetting about that. And that'll be a good opportunity to show you how this software works when I forget about the surrender and an error is going to pop up and say, you should have surrendered that. Like say 16 against a 10. You should always surrender that. I always stand on 16 against a 10 because anytime the count is even or above, you want to stand on 16 versus 10 anyway. And so just for camouflage, I always do, even when it's a negative count. So you'll probably see me stand on a 16 against a 10 when I should surrender, because most of the time I play in casinos that don't have surrender. Anyway, so this is a 4-deck game, and for those of you that are new to watching me practice, I use the high opt 1 count and I keep a side count of the aces. Okay, and my normal progression in terms of the betting is that I bet $50 when the count is at 1, true count of 1, and then I bet $100 at a true count of 2, and then basically it's just whatever the true count is minus 1 times 100. So if the true count is there, see, I just messed up because I should have surrendered that against the 9. Okay, so 15 against the 9 would be a surrender. Well, 15 against the 9 is not always a surrender. In that case it was, because the count was positive. If you have a positive count, you're going to surrender the 15 against the 9. If the count is even or negative, then no, you just hit the 15 against the 9. So I'm talking, and even though I was talking about the surrender, I still forgot it. So 12 against the 3, we're gonna stand there because the count is high. So normally 12 against 3 you hit, but in that case we got a high count right now, so I had to stand there. Ooh, I got lucky there. High count, I'm still getting small cards. All right. So that was a nice win with a high count and a big bet, but I got lucky. Okay, you got to take the insurance bet here. No blackjack. And he busted. All right. So we still got a pretty good count. Went down a little bit there, but not bad. Now see, I should surrender here, but I just messed up. I stood as I was saying that. My hand just moved for stand, even though I knew I was supposed to surrender. It's unbelievable. So that's why you practice, right? So you don't do that in the casino, because if I wave it off and say surrender at the same time, like I just did there, the dealer will probably just assume that I want to stand and not give me the surrender. You lose half your bet, by the way, when you surrender. So, all right, and count's coming back down a little bit here. See if he can bust this. Nope. And even though my normal progression is that I bet basically the true count minus 1 times 100. Oh, here, perfect. This is beautiful. 4 is against the 6. You got to split these. Not very many people do that now. You can double that down. 14, stand, and we'll probably lose the whole thing. Yep, 17. But that's the way you play that. And sometimes you lose. So we started with 10 grand. We're down to 9,400. Let's see, well, 9,600 really. No, now 9,400. Let's see if I can come back from this, because we got a good high count here. It's an opportunity to possibly come back. There we go. That's a good start. $13. Let's see what we can do here. Nope. Big cards are coming. We know that. Well, it went down a little bit. Let's see. Down a little bit. I think I'm going to bet 100. 19. We'll take the 19. Take our chances. Well, we could double that. Is it 4? It's kind of a close call. I'm going to keep it. If it was a 5 or 6, I would double that. Oh, 21. I get 20, he gets 21. See how realistic this practice software is? See that in the real casino all the time. And we used up all our big cards. And of course, since I went all the way down to the table minimum, we win that last hand. That's the way it works, right? All right, let's start a new shoot here. We're down 600 bucks. See if we can make a nice comeback. Got to hit that soft 18, folks, even though we just lowered to 17. And he busted. And otherwise, if I wouldn't have taken that 7, see, he would have had 20. But you don't play it backwards like that. But I'm just pointing that out to you. For those of you that still have those superstitions about, you know, if this guy would have done that, then this would have happened, and, you know. Here we go. My favorite card again. 16. No, well, I can't surrender. But I should wave that off, because I always do, but it's negative, so the computer's telling me that I should have hit that because it's a negative count. Either way. So, what I was going to say, and I keep getting distracted because I'm watching the cards while I'm talking here. No, I don't want insurance. When the count goes up, I will increase my bet according to my betting strategy, except that for camouflage purposes, I'm not going to raise by more than one full parlay. So if I bet $100 and the count jumps up to 4, I'm not going to bet 300. If I win, I'll just take the winnings and stack it up and bet 200. Even if I lose, the most I would bet on the next one is 200. You can usually get away with that without getting too much heat, because a lot of people might bet, if they lose 100, they might bet 200 in the next one, try to make it up. And if they win, they might just let the whole thing ride. But not too many people are going to let the whole thing ride and then take more money out of their stack on top of that. So you start to look like a card counter when you do things like that. So I try to avoid that. $20. All right. We're getting a little bit better in the count here. No insurance, but I could double this. No, he's got blackjack. No chance to double. Surrender. Oh, man. I knew surrender, and I'm saying surrender and waving it off. Part of it is because I'm talking and I'm not paying attention. But you got to be able to talk and play in the casino, too, because you're going to have people talking to you and everything. 13 against 2 will stand. But usually you can kind of try to talk in between rounds. A lot of people don't like to talk when they're playing anyway, when the cards are being dealt. Not because they're counting or anything, but, you know, they're watching the game. They're interested in the game. Taking a beating here. Down almost $1,000. 900 anyway. There we go. Got a quarterback anyway. Alright, let's see if we can hopefully make something happen here. Let's try one of these little ones. Alright. $18, good enough. Don't have a 10 under there. 17, there we go. Alright. Alright. There we go. Split, right guys? No, just kidding. Alright. Now we're getting a little bit better, but sure. Almost bet 50 on that one. But then, you know. Don't complain about a table minimum blackjack. You know. You still wanted to win the hand, right? Good enough. Come on. All right. All right. But our count's going to hell here. Not going to get much of an opportunity. Yeah. Win these little hands, but I want that count to go up. Blackjack. Well, I don't think we're going to get a good count, so we'll have to hope for the next shoe to make our comeback. Yeah, now, you might be wondering why I hit that. I thought about it for a long time, but the count is so negative that you actually want to hit that. Now, that's not part of the Sweet 16 or anything, so I don't expect you to know that, but that's why I hit that, because that count is so negative right now. Now all these small cards are coming out, it's still negative. See, 9 against the 2, a lot of times you like to double that, but not in a negative count like this. Man, we have so many, it would have been so nice, but if we had a positive count, we wouldn't be getting all these cards. And then, of course, we get another table minimum blackjack. So, that's okay. It's alright. We'll take it. Still blackjack. Better we got it than the dealer. Gotta surrender. Alright. I actually remember to surrender. Not gonna surrender that one. Gonna stay and get beat. And now the dealer's getting blackjacks. Double down. Oh, sure, for 12, and he gets 21. There's my table minimum blackjack. Nope, no insurance. Will the 20 be good? $17. 20's good. Alright, getting a little bit better here. Not quite good enough yet. Be nice if we had a high count. I can show you splitting those, but you don't ever want to split 10s anyway. Because, like I told you before, only card counters and idiots split 10s. So, unless you can convince everyone that you're an idiot, but that's not always so easy to do when you're playing everything else right. Oh, we can split these, though. 12 against the 2, we'll hit that. There we go, 17, 9. Yeah, we won't double. Not against the 2. And he gets 21. Would have been a nice double. might have won if I doubled, but not supposed to. Gotta play according to your strategy. Don't play the cards backwards. So there I didn't double because you only double against the 10. And we're going to split these and we'll double that one. Stand, come on, bust. All right, there we go. That's the way that split and double down is supposed to look. All right, so I think you guys are getting the idea. Make sure you practice a lot more than you play, and it's good to practice with distractions. That's why I'm trying to talk to you guys and play at the same time, because you're going to have a lot of distractions in the casino. Now when I say practice, say 5 times more than you play, for example, this is my kind of general rule, I'm talking about the number of hands. So you can see this is going a lot faster than it would go in the casino. So that's one advantage that you have there. And the good thing about that is this will help you if you can handle this speed. It'll seem slow in the casino. The only bad part about that in the casino is sometimes it might seem hard to remember the count. That's the hardest part, is not the counting itself, but remembering where you left off when there's a long pause. All right, so this is DarkStar saying, may the count be with you.